Hey, what's up guys? So this is my sister Christy and my nephew Eli, and we're gonna tell embarrassing stories about my childhood since I'm back in Iowa for a wedding, and I thought that it would be fun to get members of my family on camera for a little bit. So Christy is, she's prepared a little speech to tell you about something that I did when I was a kid. So here we go.
The only couple of things that I could think of were when we would stay up super late, all three of us kids, and then we would hide in that middle room down the hallway.
Oh yeah, I know the middle room.
And scare each other to death.
Yep.
Like it was horrible.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
we would
just jump out.
So we had this really long hallway. It wasn't a huge house, but it was a very long house. So we had this very long hallway with a bunch of different rooms at the end of the hallway, and then like the kitchen and the living room on one side. Yeah. But there was one room right in the middle.
And nobody really ever went in it. So
no.
Mom would read in there.
Yeah, occasionally, and we had like books and encyclopedias in there and stuff. And it also was like a good little window to look into our backyard. But the kids, we would always run down the hall and slide on our socks. So I always knew that my little brother Adam and my older sister would run down the hall, and we could scare each other when we'd like sprint past and jump out in front of them. Mm-hmm. I actually completely forgot about that. That's really fun.
The other thing that I remembered was that you would sleepwalk a lot. Do you remember?
Yeah,
okay.
I did some sleepwalking.
Yes.
We all kind of did a little bit.
No,
maybe it was mostly. Okay.
No, but some of the things I remember were just you would just get up in the night and just go play with the curtains.
Yeah.
And play with the microwave.
Adam used to walk out, he would walk out of the room with his hands over his eyes, and that basically meant that nobody else could see him because, you don't remember that?
I don't remember that.
I
just remember you sleepwalking.
I used to be a sleepwalker, I don't really know.
And and then you would try to get us to wake you up the next morning.
Oh, that's right.
You would get mad and say, why didn't you wake me up?
Yeah.
And we tried, but we didn't do it.
Oh, sleepwalking.
Yeah.
All right, so this is my little brother here, Adam, and he has some funny stories to tell about me from my childhood.
One of the funniest stories was whenever Luke would be going to the bathroom, he would make me sit outside the bathroom and tell him funny stories. Just tell him like scary stories or anything, comedy or anything like that. And I would sit there for probably an hour. Just telling him sometimes
I would be done. I would be done going to the bathroom,
and he was still keeping me going.
I would say, well, tell a story about Santa Claus and the Easter Bunny. Tell me a story about them. And then he would be on the opposite side of the door, and he would say, what would you say? Like, well, the Easter Bunny.
I don't know. We were young.
Yeah, and I didn't really understand why he would do it, but he would. I don't understand why you would sit outside the door in the first place, just while
I think one of the biggest reasons was I mean, you were my bigger brother, so I always looked up to you, so.
Yeah.
And like I wanted to
and so
be cool, I guess.
I took advantage of that by making him tell me stories, because I knew that he would, and I would just be in the bathroom just like giggling at his stories, but now he hates my guts because of
I don't know,
because of that, I guess.
We used to videotape each other when we were younger, doing a bunch of stupid things, like he had discussed in one of his old videos about blowing up the paint cans.
Oh yeah, right.
About how he almost killed me.
I almost blew him up with a paint, or it was a paint container, or was it like a brake fluid container?
It was something like that, but we had lit it on fire and he told me to go touch it. And
didn't we try to hunt for an owl once? We found an owl with a pellet gun. We had a pellet and BB gun that we would do that type of stuff.
And then we used to climb trees, and then
we'd jump off the shed a lot.
Yeah, the
shed in the backyard, and we'd jump off of that. It was pretty dangerous.
But especially how little I was.
Yeah. I'm thinking about actually taking the video camera from here and transferring that to show you guys these videos that we would make.
We have it downstairs.
Yeah, I might grab that on the way home. I was telling Ingrid I should probably grab that. It'd be really funny, but anyways, thanks for being on my vlog and
thanks for having me.
and saying hello to all of my viewers. So this is my dad, Jim Conard, and he's gonna tell a very embarrassing story about my childhood now.
Well, I don't know how embarrassing it is. it's actually kind of more funny what happened, because there was a couple times it actually happened more than twice, but it seems like every time Luke had a problem with his car, or if he was traveling somewhere by himself and he had any problem, it was like, call Dad.
Yeah.
He'll fix it.
But the thing is you can fix anything. So.
Well, not always. And I do like the fact that he would call instead of maybe trying to fix it himself.
Yeah. I can fix some stuff.
Sure you can.
Maybe not everything.
But you were younger then too. I know when I was young it was the same thing for me too.
Yeah.
Where I thought whenever I had something happen to my car, I'd call my dad, you know?
Yeah.
But anyway, he was coming home from work one day and he had his suit. You had your suit on, didn't you?
Oh, that's right. Yep. I know where the story's going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he'd been working, I don't know how many hours, but he was going back to his place and he was going up a 4-lane divided highway. And were you just about to the stop sign or something?
Yeah.
To a T intersection?
It's something like that, yeah.
And the wheel came off?
Well, I was still moving. I was still moving when the wheel came off.
Yeah,
of my car. It was making some noises beforehand.
You stopped.
I stopped and checked it, but then I kept going.
Yeah.
Because the noise stopped. and then as I was driving down, yeah, the tire came off. I was probably going about 35.
The wheel and the tire came off.
That's right, yeah.
And the car dropped down.
Yep, there was sparks flying up from the, what would that be, the brake?
The rotor.
The rotor, and
Yeah.
it slid and it was grinding there for a little bit. And I watched as the tire actually hopped in between two vans. It was rolling down a little bit of a hill. And
before it came completely away from the car, it dented up the fender too.
Yeah.
On the car.
Yeah, that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
I was waiting for him, so I watched, and it actually bounced down a hill and fell into a lake. And I went down to the lake in my like still business attire-ish stuff, and went in there right next to two people fishing, pulled the tire out, and I held the tire up to the fishermen and said, I got a big one. and like kind of smile on my face, even though it was like a tragedy that had just happened, like, and they didn't smile.
They didn't see the humor in it.
Yeah, they were like, what an idiot, what happened to your car?
I'm surprised that you were even thinking.
Oh, I just, worse things happen in life. Anyways, that was a car that my dad bought me, so that's the type of upbringing I had.
It was a nice car.
Bought me dangerous cars.
No, that was a nice car.
We had just rotated the tires too. Remember that?
Yeah.
And we hadn't tightened down the lugs
Evidently,
enough.
that's probably.
Because they all fell off.
That was my fault. But anyway, there was the other one where you were driving the same car. This is a story you told me. You pulled out in front of some guy.
A little bit.
A little bit.
You know when you pull out just a little too much in front of somebody.
Yeah.
And then
you shouldn't have.
And then you speed up really fast.
Yeah.
Yeah.
To make him feel like you didn't pull out in front of him.
Yeah, just like, hey.
But this guy didn't take it that way at all.
Yeah.
And so when you got up to the street light and you were stopped, the light turned green, and once you started to make your turn, he was right behind you.
Yeah, big truck.
He was driving a pickup truck.
Kind of a hick guy.
Yeah.
And I was actually on a date with the girl from the London Story, which some of you might know what I'm talking about, with Megan.
And he decided he didn't like you in front of him anymore.
Right. Yeah.
And so he took his bumper and put it up against your rear bumper.
Get out of my way.
And pushed you out of his way.
Yeah,
basically, spun him around.
Yep. So that happened.
But he went on his way, so that was no harm done, really. Other than he did booger up your bumper a little bit.
Yeah.
But no big deal. I mean, the car had some other damage done to it already, so.
Yeah. Yeah. Like the tire falling off. But
there were some other funny things that are not really embarrassing. Luke was just a good kid.
Oh, thanks, Dad.
I mean, he was funny. A young funny kid.
I got it from you, you know?
Yeah.
But thanks for saying hello to
We sure are glad you're back in Iowa.
Oh, that's nice.
To see us all.
That's nice.
And it's nice meeting all you people out there, and just keep watching Luke's vlogs, because he's got a lot of good ones coming.
All right. Abe, can you say hello to all of my viewers? You look right here. You wanna say hi? Hello. Abe, how old are you?
4.
You're 4. I don't believe that. I don't know if I believe that. How old would you say that you are? You said it earlier. You're saying. 1. Are you 1?
1.
He's 1. And then I'm supposed to ask Abe, do you want to go on timeout? Do you want to go take a nap?
Who wants to take a nap?
No, not me.
There it is. Can Abe dance or do anything?
Do a dance.
Can you do dance? That's pretty much how I dance out on the dance floor too, so. Well, thank you for being on my vlog. Okay, goodbye. Can I get a high five?
Yeah.
Yeah! Alright. So this is my little nephew Eli, and he just learned how to ride his bike without any training wheels. We're gonna go hang out outside and see him ride around.
I just want to say ABCs.
You wanna say your ABCs?
Yeah.
Okay, let's hear it.
So, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, M, O, P, Q, R, S, T, U, V, W, X, Y, and Z. Now I know my ABCs. Next time, won't you say it with me?
Oh, I should have sang with you, but good job. And how old are you, Eli?
4.
4. Okay. All right, Eli. Let's see you ride this bike. You ready? You got it? Here, let me help. I got it. You bring the bike through now. Eli just learned how to ride his bike without training wheels. Let's see it.
Yeah.
Here it goes. So good. You're so fast. I can't even keep up with you. Nice job. High five, man. How fast can you go on it?
43.
Yeah? You can go 43?
Yeah.
Can you go down the driveway?
No.
They don't let you go down the driveway?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, is that Abe? Go right over to Abe. Okay. Is this, can you get in there? Can you drive this thing?
Yeah.
Okay, let's see. Okay, let's see you drive it. It's like a little Flintstone car. The wheel. Oh, this is fun. Alright, so this is my mom, at Mom Conard on Twitter. She replies to everybody. And she just did a makeup video with Ingrid, and I thought that it would be fun to have the different members of my family tell embarrassing stories about my childhood right now. So, Mom?
Well, this isn't really, yeah, just a minute.
Okay.
This isn't really an embarrassing story. This is a story of when Luke got lost. He was 2 years old, and we were in the house, and all of a sudden I couldn't find Luke anywhere. I had all of the neighborhood moms looking for my son. You were 2, and we could not find you anywhere. We were ready to call the police, but we didn't call the police. We just kept looking, and all of a sudden we looked for over half an hour, and all of a sudden Christy came upstairs and she goes, "Mom, I found him." And he had gone down in Christy's waterbed, and you had gotten underneath the covers and you had fallen asleep.
I had never heard this story.
Yeah, well, we've told it, but it's been a long time. And he'd fallen asleep, and that's where we found you. But we were very frantic, looking all over the neighborhood for you.
Oh, wow. So I just kind of passed out
You
in
wanted
a
to
bed.
take a nap.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you got underneath of her covers and you fell asleep.
I'm sure that was very scary for
Yeah,
you. I'm
it
sorry I
was.
did that to you.
Yeah. Yes, it was.
If you want to see my mom telling about her beautiful makeup that she has on today, you can probably click the link below. I'll link it below. That's on Ingrid's channel, where she kind of describes her makeup routine. But I think that's gonna be it for hanging out with my family. Thanks for watching, and thank you, Mom. I'll give you a hug. And yeah, we'll see you guys tomorrow. Heading back to LA tomorrow, so we'll see you guys then.
Bye.
Bye.
Luke's got no friends. Luke's got no friends. Luke has no friends. It's raining. Oh.
You can press the button again. Turn it off.
Yay, good job.
Right here.
Good one. Yeah.